MCC has one of the most dedicated fan bases in Minecraft history, and naturally with that comes some disagreements, or in this case some hot takes. So today, me and the rest of the crew will be reacting to some of your hottest MCC takes. Also, make sure to stick around till the end of the video to hear some of the crew's hot takes in MCC. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Anyway, we should start with the first one from pokicraftgames saying, "Solidarity is criminally underrated by himself in dodgeball ability."
Oh yeah,
I definitely think he's definitely one of the better players, especially for like coin average to like dodgeball stats. He's definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah, cause like you look at him as well, like his dodgeball skills are something else. Like he 1v3'd in what, 28? And he also like helped the team in 30 as well, and he beat like the best team in the event.
And only 40% shot accuracy and a 55% dodge. That actually is really good. Also, he hasn't lost a dodgeball since MCC 6.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
He also did help out his team a lot in 14 by helping them win too.
Clearly, no one's disagreeing. Not hot enough. No, okay.
Not that hard enough, but you know, it's like it's understandable in a way. So hey.
I would slightly agree with that take.
Yeah, same. The next take is, if Illumina put as much time into practicing MCC as some of the other competitors, namely Purpled, do, then he would be the best MCC player this season. His mechanics are just too good.
I'm gonna debunk part of this. I will admit he doesn't do like definitely not like Kratz level of practice because that's kind of hard to be on. But he does VOD review. A lot of people think that he doesn't VOD review. He made a post on the Reddit saying he does actually VOD review in practice.
Yeah, I saw his post.
It's pretty much impossible to get even top 10 without VOD reviewing, so he definitely does enough.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely think he's been kind of getting unlucky with his like team performances, in Season 3 in particular. But even then, I don't think he quite could match Purple. At least not currently.
Right now, Purple is just like too dominant in MCC. I think if Illumina practiced that much, he could be close, but not above Purple.
Yeah, I agree with Banana on that one. Anyways, next up we have from the Lord of Squids. Gem has the highest skill to become better than all of the hermits. AMZ is going to get top 15 sometime soon. Maybe not even that hot of a take. Interesting.
Two Potter. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Two hot takes in one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start. So first with Gem, I think I agree with this because she puts in the most effort into practicing, but I feel like Cub Fan, for me at least, is the best hermit in MCC.
Yeah.
I'll just agree with Banana's part one of it right now off the bat because I have nothing else more to say than that. I think Cub Fan still a bit of an obstacle for it to overcome at the minute.
It might be Green or Cub. You know what I mean? Like Green being better than Cub might be true. I don't know. That might be able to debate. But yeah, I don't think I would totally agree with the Gem take personally.
Yeah, but I must admit a lot of respect to Gem for putting in all of the effort for MCC.
She does do really well in practice.
Maybe if there's a new team game added that she's good at, because she's already good at most of the team games. I think that if it's like a little less movement heavy and a little more team-based game heavy events, maybe Gem could pull it off.
Yeah, I agree as well, because you see Cub Fan has experiences in like some other parts of Minecraft, like speedrunning, for example, or even Block Wars, for example. He participated that once. So yeah, he's, I'd say, like the best hermit out of the Hermitcraft group to be in MCC. When it comes to MC though, like top 15, it's possible, but they have to be much more dedicated on that. Yeah,
I was about to say, is that canon or non-canon event? Because like non-canon, I definitely seen it happen already. I think it's possible. It's gonna be difficult, but definitely possible.
Yeah.
So we have next here, who says Wally Bear is not an S tier, mainly because in MCC 32, Wally Bear was given a really good team and just performed well. But I'm saying that he's being rated better than Jojo and Kretzy.
Interesting. Personally, I would probably say that he's either similar skill to Dave or he's slightly less better than Dave right now. But I think Jojo has the argument to be like a top 3, top 4 MCC player right now. So I don't know. I wouldn't say he's an S tier yet, but I would say he's either the same level of skill as Dave or he's less than he's a little bit less than Dave. But if you're putting him over JoJo, I think you're a little bit crazy about that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
JoJo is like much better at the video game as well. Because you see her Ace Race or her other games that Wally Bear does not do well. She excels in
Exactly.
that. So
Yeah, I think JoJo's indisputably like top 5 for this season right now. Then on
Yeah.
top of that, like Dave is the most inconsistent player right now. It seems if there's no meltdown or he does bad at meltdown, he's gonna have a bad event. But again, Wally Bear has been doing good. I think it's possible we see Wally Bear better than Dave, being that last event he came 11th on a 9th place team, which is not an easy feat.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
disagree with what they said about him getting a really good team in MCC 32 because I think that one of the lowest averages, and I didn't really see them being predicted higher than 5th by most people.
Yeah, I also agree with that. Like the team wouldn't have been nearly as good if Wally Bear wasn't good.
Exactly.
Yes.
No
Yeah,
one
if
expected
Craft was
him
on
to be
his
that
team,
good.
they might have been in contention for 10th even.
We shouldn't really base Wally Bear based on 2 events. I think he should play
Yeah,
more events
exactly.
before we
Yeah.
actually rank him.
Maybe by the 5th event we'll have a better understanding.
Yeah, I agree.
He has potential. I think that's the best conclusion.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, next up we have Purpled will break Techno's coin record in season 3, but knowing him, he'll still lose in touch bolts.
good
Wow.
one, good one, good
Last
one.
part definitely can't be disputed.
Yep. I don't think anyone's ever gonna beat Techno's record.
Yeah,
Considering
I
Yeah,
haven't
how good
seen
it's gotten.
enough from Purple yet.
If
Like
Purple
I definitely
was
think
going
he could
to-
break 4K.
Purple was going to break Techno's coin record, he would have done it already because he's had a lot of really good events so far, but I just don't think he's good enough in the current state of the game itself. The competition is still like slightly too high for him to get to 4.3 thousand.
He
Exactly.
would need
It's
like a
just
fruit
too much
sky battle
competition.
on top of his performance in 31.
Yeah, he would have to break records in every single game to
Like
get
Yeah.
he
scoring.
like
A
he
lot of
definitely can
records.
break some records, but I don't think he can do all of it in one event realistically at this point. And if he could, I think we're gonna see some coin nerfs throughout the events.
And also the games, they are now like much more like spread around, like the coins amount. So like Purple really needs to like do well in every single game in order to break the coin record or even 4K even.
Also disagree.
Yeah, I would also say I probably most likely would disagree unless, and this is a big unless, he gets like a really insane duo like Dave, and Dave ends up getting like second, and that just like boosts Purple's performance even higher. But that is very unlikely. So yeah, I would also have to agree and say that I disagree with this take.
Okay, so the next hot take is that Punz is not an S tier anymore and that JoJo is slightly overrated.
Wow.
And there's a third one in this one comment is my big hot take is that making exactly balanced teams is less fun and entertaining than making teams with friends, as it makes better vibes and a more fun POV.
This
You also
one
have
is
the first
something
part.
else.
Yeah, Punz is not an S tier anymore. I disagree with just because if you watch his POVs, he plays like an S tier, but he's just getting so unlucky recently. The luck's on his side. I think he's gonna break 3K.
Yeah, I would argue and say that Punz is probably the most unlikely or unlucky MCC player in the events right now, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Besides Purpled with his dodge bolt.
I think I agree that Punz is just kind of getting unlucky recently. We'll see. I think he has more potential than he's been able to release currently.
Mm-hmm.
And then the balanced teams, I agree that is less fun, but if we just had Dream and Sapnap teaming every event, then who's gonna have fun? Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because if you look at it, like the early MCC, you have OP duos. Like you what, Pete and Vicstar in early MCCs. That's like
Wig and H-Bomb.
yeah, yeah.
Like they just
Yeah.
got to dodge bolt 4 events in a row. Like yeah, it was a fun POV to watch, but it's not fun for the rest of the players to play.
And that's why like
Yeah.
balancing exists in the first place, because you want to have fun all across the event, not just like
Yeah.
having a top duo or even MCC 11 pink. That's like dominating in a
Mhm.
way.
Yeah, maybe for like something like MCC Scuffed 2, like if they ever do a sequel to MCC Scuffed, maybe you can just put teams, like just teams of friends together and see what happens, make it like 10 times more scuffed than the first one. I feel like that would be the only like real way we could do like having friends team together without it being too unfair and non-entertaining, really.
Yeah.
I personally, for me, I feel like I disagree with what you guys are saying, and I agree with the commenter that people like MCC like 1 through 6 had a lot of incredibly unbalanced teams, but also usually when you ask somebody what their favorite MCC was, it's going to be either one from MCC 1 through 6 or like MCC 17, which had a bunch of like 2 or 3 really strong teams, and then a lot of the other teams are fighting for a third and second. Like
Yeah, that
you
makes
can
sense.
still team friends together without like putting Dream and Sapnap on a team because they have more than just each other as friends. You could put Dream with Awesome Dude, Bad Boy Halo, and Skeppy, and they're gonna have fun. Even though they probably will get last place, they're still gonna have a lot of fun, and it's gonna be unbalanced, of course. But
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I guess I think every once in a while, I think honestly it probably could work out. This one is MCC 17 is one of the worst MCCs in season 2.
What?
Okay,
I
well,
What?
I disagree.
no,
Okay.
they
That's
can't.
a
They,
really
No.
hot take.
Okay, for one, MCC 14 exists in terms
they-
of
they
like being
probably
ska.
just-
that's not a hot take. That's like deep fried take.
Yeah.
That's an
yeah,
opinion.
that is scalding hot.
Okay.
Even if you don't like necessarily were the biggest fan of Orange, seeing Fruit Ninja alone should have been cool enough. Like elevated to a
Yeah.
decent amount, and also most of the teams did all right.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like my favorite season 2 event.
Yeah, MCC 17 is definitely far from the worst. We have one by Bart_VDZ. Sylvie is currently the most
Anyone else got a comment while
overrated
we're waiting?
player.
I think she's fairly rated because like she gets a lot of hype for being good at battle box, and like that's really it. She's good at battle box. She deserves the hype. I wouldn't say she's overrated, but I'd say she's fairly rated.
Okay. I have a take that may be a debate here. Sands of Time is the worst MCC game. I said it.
No,
No.
no.
No,
I
just no.
For one, we got retired games, and if we don't want to play that game,
I mean,
Mm.
Sands of Time is arguably MCC itself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's arguably the
hot take
MCC
for one.
game.
Like we're going
It's-
Sans, but compare it to like there's like most people, it depends on which move game they prefer, but like people are gonna say, they're gonna say parkour is tag is worse, to the other sides worse. Like there's, I don't think Sans is. I think in my opinion, Sans is probably the best team game.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Best
That hot of
team
a
game.
take, to be fair.
That's a really, really hot take. I will overly disagree with this. Like,
I got burnt
Yeah.
through my screen, bro.
Very, very much disagree. I think we all very much disagree with
Maybe
this.
I
Yeah.
understand the take if you watch H Bomb all the time. Worst Sans of time player.
Yeah. He has no idea what he's
By
doing.
far, yeah.
Have you seen Pride 23? I'm kidding.
okay,
No.
time for our hot takes. Here's my hot take, and it's not on any other comments. I think Ace Race is boring.
Eh?
I think it
Ajax is
depends
now
on the
kicking you from the
POV.
server.
Okay, okay. I mean, the new Ace Race is, well,
Okay,
yes, it's
for me.
okay. Good one. Good one.
I think they agreed.
I mean, let me explain this, right? Okay, so the new Ace Race, yes, it's so. Come on.
He's not coming back. Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I gotta disagree too.
Yeah, but MCC highlights, best routes video, every single map. Yeah.
It depends on, like, I don't know, because it's like I feel like Ace Race is one of the most POV dependent games. Like you're either really gonna enjoy it or really not, and I feel like that really does depend on whose POV you watch. But that's just my opinion.
I feel like Ace Race is kind of like a bell curve of like if the player's like really good, like top 5 every single time, then it's gonna be enjoyable for you most of the time.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
players like really bad, like if they like do bad, but also like they make a joke out of it, like Michael McChill and All Stars, then like it's really good. But like I can understand where 30th place to 20th, there might be a little unenjoyment there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have a hot take. Individually, Fire Breath Man is on par with Purpled as an MCC player, but Purpled gets way more attention because he's been in more dodge bolts.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would
agree
also
to a
maybe.
certain degree.
I kind of disagree just because I feel like Purpled is the better player just because of how many times he's gotten top 3 and especially first. But I'd say Fire Breath Man right now is a close second.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, yeah, I would say it's Shane right now is the only one really on par with Purple. Then I would say like JoJo, Illumina, Fruit, and like anyone else I'm forgetting, like any of the other S tiers really are like,
Punz.
yeah, I would say it's Shane and Purples. They're like the goats right now, you know. And then you have Fruits, Illumina, and JoJo. I think are like the second tier, and the rest of the S tiers are the third tier, and then so on. For me, at least, that's like kind of my rankings right now.
We're just gonna leave out Sapnap and
Oh,
the Reddit's little debate.
Yeah, for
Sa-
G
sa-
tier.
Sapnap, oh.
Yeah,
Also,
Sapnap
he's
C tier.
horrible. He's bad at Minecraft.
yeah, he's trash. No, okay, no,
Who
no.
even is that
Sapnap's
dude?
in the second tier. He's in the second tier with
Yeah,
Papa
I
JoJo
John.
agree.
and everybody.
Okay, my hot take is that Tapple is the best mechanical player in the event, like better than Fruit. Just he's really bad at MCC. I don't know why.
I don't know, because I don't really watch Harvey's POV, so I can't really speak on how like why he's bad. I don't really know how like why he
He's bad at
performs.
MCC, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Harvey's really interesting because he has the potential, like everybody says, to place top 5, which I agree with. But at the same time, he is consistently like 20th to 15th. You know what I mean? So I don't know the reason for that. Whether it's he doesn't really care or he
He
just doesn't try. I don't know.
not
It's
like
interesting.
he doesn't care, but he just doesn't put the effort into like watching. I mean, not
Yeah.
watching, but looking into the event. Like he goes into the event, he barely has a team skin. He barely knows the games that they're in. He barely knows the Azer's map. Where like Azer's is a quite an individual game, and when you don't do well in Azer's, kind of hurting your individual as
Mhm.
well. And Harvey's not really. I mean, Harvey's kind of good at Ace Race, but when everyone's just knowing the maps, you cannot really place above someone who knows where to go.
Yeah.
It really shows how much dedication you have to put in because like a player like Tapple, he's beaten the game in 10 minutes. He's been one of the top PvPers in the game, but he's still getting bottom half because people simply put in more effort.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I think he's focusing more on speedrunning right now. I think speedrunning's his true, like, thing in Minecraft right now. And I feel like MCC's kind of taking a back seat to that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might disagree with that hot take when it comes to the mechanics,
back.
but it's really close. Fruit, Illumina, and Purpled probably have maybe slightly better mechanics. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah,
But,
to me it's
yeah,
really just Tapple or Fruit.
that's an interesting take, Banana, but I will say I
what-
disagree. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the first video on MCC Central. Hope you guys did enjoy. This was your hottest MCC takes. Make sure to join our Discord, link in the description below, and make sure to go follow us on Twitter for any future updates. And also make sure to subscribe down below to all of our channels, including this channel, so you don't miss out on any future videos, any of our future videos. And yeah, peace.